Hello, good morning, and welcome. We're so excited to have you here at our Parent Q&A session. I'm going to give it another minute. We have some parents still coming in, and then we will go ahead and get started. Just to let everybody know, this is being recorded for those of our students and families who are unable to join us today for a variety of reasons. We are recording these, so these will be accessible to them over the next couple weeks. All right, perfect timing. I can hear the bells over at Main Hall chiming right now, so we will go ahead and get started. Good morning and hello. My name is Amanda James. I am the Director of Admissions here at Winthrop University. I am so excited to welcome you all to our Parent Q&A and hope that we are able to answer all of your questions and alleviate some of your concerns. Over this past weekend, I got to see my parents, and as always, we got on the topic of my job. I asked them the questions that they had before I went off for college, and they said that they are most concerned with money, safety, on-campus support, and my living situation. So throughout my years in higher education, the questions from parents from 15-plus-ish years ago are the same questions that many parents are asking now. So for the next 25 to 30 minutes, Craig and I are here to answer all of the questions you have.
And good morning, I'm Craig Giroux. I'm the transfer admissions counselor at Winthrop University. I've been an admissions counselor at Winthrop for about 5 years. Before that, I worked at another post-secondary institution for 26 years. So that's 31 years working at a college. All of that's not important this morning. What is I've been sitting right where you're sitting today, and I survived. I have a son and a daughter that went off to college, and guess what? They graduated, yes. So today, I speak to you as much more than an admissions counselor. I'm a parent of graduated children. Today, our presentation is a Parent Q&A, and we hope to answer many of those questions as we go through this beginning part. Amanda mentioned a few topics, and those are going to be living on campus, safety, student support, and finances. At the end of our short presentation, we'll have a Q&A session for any additional questions that we didn't directly answer. Our goal is to answer all your questions today. I also am aware that about 5 minutes after we end this presentation and you move on to many other exciting things that we have to offer you today, that you're going to think of 3 or 4 more questions. In that case, please reach out to your admissions counselor and they'd be more than happy to answer any and all questions.
Great, thank you, Craig. And as he said, we have 4 exciting topics for you. So I am going to go ahead and talk about living on campus. So at this time, all of our freshmen and sophomores are required to live on campus unless they live at home, and that is within 50 miles of our campus. We believe that there are so many wonderful benefits for students living on campus, including making lifelong friendships, feeling connected to the university, participating in so many fun activities. In addition, they are close to class and they have dining services available to them. So students will register for housing through their student portal. Students may or may not have a roommate chosen. If they do not, they will be instructed to complete a housing application survey. A couple examples of the questions on that survey is, are you neat? Do you like staying up late? Do you like waking up early? So once those questions are answered, Residence Life will pair your student with someone that they feel is compatible. Freshmen are most often paired with other freshmen, and Residence Life does do a great job in the matching process to make sure that all students are comfortable in their living situations. So we have 3 different types of residence halls on our campus. We have the traditional style, which is a bathroom is located on each hallway and is shared by residents in that hallway. One thing that I want to point out is that our custodial staff cleans those restrooms on a regular basis. The second option is the suite style. That is 2 rooms that are connected by a shared bathroom. Important to note that the students are responsible for cleaning that shared bathroom. And then finally, we have our apartment style 2 and 4 bedroom, private bedrooms with a shared bathroom, kitchen, and a common space. So students can make several choices for their residence hall preferences. A majority of our new students are assigned to Wofford, Richardson, or Margaret Nance. Courtyard, which our apartment style, is where students in the honors program live. So each residence hall has a resident assistant or an RA that is assigned to each floor. They are a live-in trained staff member who is responsible for that floor. We also have residential learning coordinators who are also lived-in trained staff, but they are responsible for the building. So the staff not only helps students settle in, but assist them throughout the year. Students are going to get to know their RAs very well. Each hall is required to conduct mandatory floor meetings so that students are informed of the happenings, the rules, what's going on. They are also a really great source right on that floor to answer any questions, especially at the beginning. So we realize that sometimes the roommate situation may not work out. If there are issues that a student should contact their RA or their RLC, Residence Life will work hard to get the issues resolved. If the student ends up wanting to change rooms, Winthrop has a very liberal room change policy as long as the move is approved in advance by Residence Life and space permits. Changes can take place after the first week of class. So all residence halls are remained locked at all times. Students have 24-hour access using their ID card. The ID is programmed for the student to enter the residence hall at the designated door. After 8 p.m., only the main entrance to the residence hall is accessible, and each room has its own locked door.
That's a great segue in the safety that I'm going to talk about now. Safety is a concern of all parents since students started going off to college. How many of you have had the safety talk with your son and daughter as they prepare to go off to Winthrop University? How many of you are not sure that they were actually listening when you talk to them? Don't worry about it, we got you. Safety is a big part of what we do here at Winthrop University. When your student signs up for new student orientation, one of the main topics in there is going to be safety. Safety is also covered in those resident housing meetings that Amanda referred to. One of the things that students will be asked to sign up for is their Winthrop Emergency Alert System. We invite all parents to also join the Winthrop Emergency Alert System. This is a link that allows that you can sign up for at winthrop.edu/emergency/. If we lose power on campus, if we have a weather event that stops our students from attending class, not only the students, faculty, and staff are going to be notified, but also you will. We also have an app that our students can put on their phone called Live Safe. This will allow the students to alert Winthrop police if they're walking through campus and something doesn't look right. Safe Walk is a feature on Live Safe that allow the users to share their location with their family and friends as they walk across campus. They also can contact police with the GPS embedded coordinates in case of emergency. This would alert the Winthrop police as to the student's location. We hope that they never need to use this, but it's nice that they have it available to them. The Winthrop Police Department welcome your student to call them if they're studying late on campus and want to escort back to their residence hall. All they have to do is call.
Thank you, Craig. Aside from safety, students have a myriad of other support services and teams to help them throughout their time here at Winthrop. Winthrop works very hard to make sure that all students have the tools they need to be successful. And as I said, there are so many wonderful types of support services. First, starting with academic support, we have our Academic Success Center. We refer to it as the ASC. And it is tutoring services that is available to all students. The center provides one-on-one consultations and offers tutoring for more than 50 general education courses. This is free of charge for all students, and both walk-ins and scheduled appointments are welcome. In addition, we have a math tutoring center and the writing center that students can use throughout their time at Winthrop. The personal support Winthrop offers through health and counseling services. Health services is available to all students, so they do not have to find a local doctor's office or urgent care if they become ill. Health services offers many general medical services such as allergy injections, treatment, and follow-up of acute illness or injury. Counseling services are available to any student that needs a place to safely vent frustrations, talk about concerns, or seek guidance for their continued well-being and emotional growth. Some examples of these concerns where students may seek counselors are test-taking anxiety, homesickness, grief or loss, low self-confidence. It really is just a wonderful support for both personal and the life skills development of our students. In addition to health and counseling services, we also have an amazing peer mentor program that is through our first year experience. This is a program to aid new students in their transition to the academic, extracurricular, and social aspects of the university by connecting them with upperclassmen who serves as a role model, a mentor, and a resource. It is a great way to build an early connection with the Winthrop community. And finally, another great resource for student support on campus is our student organizations. These really help students make new connections and make new friends. We have over 160 clubs and organizations here at Winthrop. These include intramural sports, club sports, Greek life, religious, political, and professional organizations. We believe the more engaged a student is on campus, the more that they will grow. So further details on our support services, check out our section on our Virtual Winthrop Day page, and we will go ahead and add that link in the chat.
Awesome. And last but certainly not least, let's talk about finances for a second. I'd like to split finances into a few different areas. First, if you have any questions about scholarships, you should always contact admissions first. This includes our state scholarships, the Hope, Life, or Palmetto Fellows, but also includes our Winthrop Merit Scholarships. Any scholarship questions should come to admissions. Financial aid will be your contact if you have questions about FAFSA. Just a reminder that all students must accept all financial aid through their Wingspan portal. I think you probably heard that a couple times today because it is just so important for our students. Any work study type questions also go through financial aid. Student financial services who you'll contact about paying your bill. It's always better to contact student financial services with special circumstances before your student schedule is dropped. We also suggest that you look online and learn more about the payment plan. This is a program that will allow you to split your bill up until at least 5 payments made once a month. FERPA is another subject that you might have heard of. That's Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act. FERPA is a federal program that protects your student's record from being viewed by anyone that doesn't have permission. Guess what, parents? I know you're paying, but that includes you also. You must fill out a FERPA release form with records and registration at Winthrop so that you can view your student's bill and grades. Now, we've given you some information, hopefully answered some questions. And just to point out what questions you have, if you've put those in the chat, we would love to answer those questions at this time.
As questions are coming in and you all are thinking about what to ask, I do want to go through a couple that were asked in our last session. Sure. One has to do with COVID protocols. What's the plan for the fall? At this time, with their plans on being fully on campus this fall, residence halls being at capacity, student events and engagements happening on campus. We will be following, as we have this whole time, the guidelines set by the CDC and by the state of South Carolina to make sure that we keep all students, faculty, and staff safe.
Question, where did they get the FERPA form? The other day when I got on winthrop.edu, I went into our search box and put FERPA form, and it certainly popped right up. So you would then send that to records and registration. They're the people that are going to take care of that. Something else on safety that was asked in the last session that I would like to talk about is our school police, our Winthrop police officers for females will have a self-defense class That fills up very quickly, but that's an option for our students. And again, a lot of these things that Amanda and I are talking to you about now are going to be covered during our freshman orientation. So if your son or daughter hasn't signed up for freshman orientation, they should do so before the sun goes down today, so that they can make sure that they have that date that works best for them.
A couple other questions. Are peer mentors assigned? Yes, when your student is in the Academy 101, which is equivalent to College 101 at other campuses, they will get a peer mentor at that time, as well as a faculty member who really helps them through their academic experience, especially in the first semester, helps them with advising, helps them with time management. So it's a really amazing course and program that has really helped students and support students in their first time on campus. Another one, if my daughter has met somebody on the Facebook page that she is interested in rooming with, how does she communicate that? So that will go to Residence Life. Please have her get the Winthrop ID number of the student that she is interested in rooming with, and have her contact Residence Life. They will go ahead and take both ID numbers to make sure that the right person is paired together, and they will be working on that over the next couple months to get students settled with their roommate and in their residence hall. Another question, Craig, I'll let you this. Are all student services available to commuter students?
All student services certainly are available to commuter students. If you're a Winthrop student, you're a Winthrop student. Okay, you're going to have all services that anybody would have. Amanda, I see here there's a question about, we got a family from Connecticut. They have a mask mandate, and they ask about South Carolina. South Carolina has relaxed it, but Winthrop requires masks inside of buildings. We also ask, and I think, it's been mentioned a couple times here today, that as we go forward through the summer, as things change, as they adjust, we're going to be communicating with your son and daughter and yourself. So if anything changes, you will know for sure.
And then one other question is about getting regular medications refilled. Across the street, there is a CVS and a Walgreens. So if medications get filled there, that is definitely a very easy place to go. And it is within walking distance from our campus. So what is the approximate ratio of out-of-state students to in-state students? Being a regional institution, Winthrop University is about 89% in-state. So obviously the majority of our students are from South Carolina. But I think the exciting thing is for out-of-state students, it ranges. We have students from California, New York. We have a freshman this year that's coming from Hawaii. We also have a number of international students that we welcome to our campus community as well.
And as a transfer counselor, I've admitted a student from Alaska this year. So we're hoping we can get her to come, because that would add another state for us to have somebody from. Go ahead.
I was going to say, how do you know if all rooms for a certain dorm is taken? So that information will come out. Housing assignments will be out in mid-June, and that's when we'll know the capacity of each of our residence halls. And I'm not sure if you're asking that if you want to move, but all of that information, again, is being worked on right now through Residence Life. And so we will know May, June, what the capacity at each of our halls looks like. And Craig, I'm going to let you answer this next one. Can you talk about the bus transportation that is available for all students?
Awesome. Freshmen are allowed to bring cars on campus. What if they don't have one? Rock Hill has an electric bus system that has about 5 stops on our campus that our students ride for free. It could bring them to the mall. It can bring them to the downtown area, to the Riverwalk area. I even heard it can bring them to a hub that will allow them to go to Charlotte. So That certainly, if students don't have a car, on our campus also is a Comporium bike ride system where students can ride for 2 hours for free. So they certainly can get around quite nicely. I see that Christine has put the ride bus system in the link in there, so you can check that out. Again, those kinds of things are going to be covered with our students at New Student Orientation.
It looks like we have made it through all the questions that have been asked so far. Oh, one more. Craig, is it possible to request a private room?
It certainly is, but the cost is going to be a little bit more if you have a private room. That's something that you want to look online, contact Residence Life if that's something that you desire.
And then one question, are students permitted to carry mace? Winthrop does not allow weapons, but I do know many students, many of our female students actually do carry pepper spray or mace with them. I would like if Christine is available. She is a recent alum, and I would love for her to just share a little bit about safety on campus and how she felt being a Winthrop student.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like Amanda said, I am an alumni of Winthrop. I graduated in 2019, so not too long ago. And my experience with safety on campus, there was even a time where I parked in a far lot across campus, way across from my dorm. It's called Legion, and our campus police officers, they are available. They're on call 24/7. So I called one of them to go and meet me and escort me to my dorm. So they're available 24/7 to escort students across campus if they, if they arrive late at night and they need an escort to their room. We also have blue lights all across campus as well. So it's very well lit. So you're always walking around with light around you. So overall, I felt very safe around campus. There's a lot of resources for students to use. And again, our campus police always patrol around the university.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Christine. And I want to thank all of you parents for being here. Craig and I know that this is a stressful, nerve-wracking time, but it's also a very exciting time for you, for your student. So let's be sure to make sure that we celebrate that. We celebrate the amazing accomplishments of your students, and we look forward to welcoming them to Winthrop in just a few months.
Now, one of the questions is, where do you go from here when we're done with this little session? Our breakout sessions, there were 2 of them, so this is the second of that group. And you're going to have a chance, if you haven't, to go and experience a virtual tour. The major knowledge sessions that start 11 o'clock are designed for students. So parents, we're going to let them do that in the major knowledge session. But certainly you can do the virtual tour, reminding you that at 11:45, President Hein is going to go ahead and have a short talk with you that's awesome, and he's got some great information for you. Also, during that time, if you have any questions, burning questions, if you go back to our original Zoom room, actually, Kim Foster and myself will be there, so we'll be answering questions as the day ends. Any questions that you think of as you go forward through the rest of the day, please reach out to admissions. We are really waiting to help you and are be more than happy to help you as the weeks go on.
So thank you again all so much for being here. Thank you for supporting your students. We are here and excited to welcome them with open arms into the Winthrop family in August. I hope you have a wonderful day. Enjoy the rest of our Winthrop day, and we will see you all very soon.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.